and then go ahead, Robert, and then we have some questions in chat as well.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, how are you, my friend?
Really good. Thank you for that protocol. And I wanted to echo, I think it was Linda, what she was saying about the energy coming out of the back and front head when we did those. And to me, it finally felt complete.
Yeah.
It felt like it had been missing something until then. And it was just like,
Yeah.
The other,
there's stages to it, and like you got to let, like I back when I was doing it in the early days, I was like, yeah, I don't really need to do the stages. I can do is rough, so like the pace that we're doing is still a pretty kind of fast pace, but it makes it very digestible. Like you can integrate it and digest it all at once, and it feels nice. Even if you feel like, oh, I'm going a little intense on this, you could just take a few days off and feel okay. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where before I had a rough couple months. It's like, all youth, just one of those youthful dumb things you do. Right. And
Yes.
so there still are more steps, but something's being built, and like you said, it does feel complete, and then there's almost like an activation of what gets built is the best way to say it.
Well, and that was the second part I wanted to say, is that in this pillar that's built, I almost felt like a protection, almost like a psychic protection. And that's not its purpose, I know, but that's how
it would be a byproduct. Like, it's not like, oh, let's do this for psychic protection, but like psychic protection is dependent on your body's reaction to whatever is being projected. And like if you ever saw the Matrix, like towards the end, it's like the bullets didn't matter anymore, the projections don't matter anymore. Like it really, they go
just
down substantially, because a lot of times when we go like, I feel like an attack from somebody, they probably did it for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then they're we're grinding on it for maybe another couple hours, and then they moved on. Your body will feel it for weeks or months after that. And it's because it creates this like reaction, and it's not conscious. It's a lot of it's the immune system is reacting. And so when this becomes more activated, you're in that pillar is going through you, it's hitting the spine, the spinal cord, and the thymus has been regulated. Like all these things are in place so that when people project things at you, it's just like, yeah. And so you don't quite, you feel the protective component of it, but at the same time, it takes down a level or degree of anxiety, because like the vulnerability has diminished, if that makes sense. You don't feel quite as vulnerable as you did before. And so it's very unconscious, but there's just almost like this, like, because it's like, it's going to take a lot more than normal stuff to hurt me. I'm not talking about like getting hit over the head, but just the projections, the little snotty remarks. Like I noticed that when I do this practice a little bit more intense, and we'll be somewhere and somebody makes a really snotty remark. Like usually I have like a little quick comeback or something, and it's usually not super snotty, but it's a little bit of like right back at you, and I don't even feel the need to do the right back at you. I just like, oh, look at you, little buddy, you're being so cute. It's just, it's like the drama stops. It just stops. It's the best way I could say it. The little back and forth, the need to even say something, or the one of the people that I used to be affiliated with, back in the day. He says, you know, when it really happens, it really becomes mind over matter. I don't mind because they don't matter. And you know, at first I laughed about it and everything. I started thinking about it. I was like, I know exactly what he's talking about. You know, it's just
It's like knowing who you are.
Yeah.
And being totally okay with it. And someone
Yeah.
says something, yeah, okay, that's me. So what?
Yeah.
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 Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. It's gonna be an exciting few months. I'm you know, even the little things that we're doing kind of all support all the stuff we're doing. And so it's for me, it's just so nice because I never in a million years thought I was ever going to get to teach this. And I'm just like almost giddy about it when I think about it.
I've been having fun looking at the upcoming classes on the website. And even without the descriptions, it's like, ooh, this is going to be a really good class.
Oh, they're all juicy.
Yeah,
and they're
like,
all very, very juicy.
It's like every single weekend from now through November 4th, I have a class I want to take. Okay. Thank you.
You're so welcome. And even like, what is it, in a couple of weeks where we have just a 1 day, we have the lymphatic 7 class, and then the next day is you know, it's close to Stara's anniversary, so we're going to be doing a Sunday session, but like a little free lecture and everything. And I'm going to lecture quite substantially about the 3 brains and the mechanisms and the difference between normal clairvoyance and what active clairvoyance is and everything. And so, you know, even though we're not doing a class that day, I would say, you know, it's only going to be like probably an hour and a half or 2 hour little lecture. But I would say definitely check that out. I mean, we'll record it, but you know, we're in the process of pulling the information together to make like a little booklet to give you guys. But it's all about the languaging and like how to present. So I mean, I've already written like probably 60 or 70 pages, but I have to go back and then look at it and go, let's maybe start over and refine it. And but we'll have something that we'll be able to give you guys here in a little bit. And when we do, I'm just going to gift it to the students. And, you know, just give it as a gift. Yeah.
And then go ahead,